Hey, what's going on, family? It's brother Andrew here with Striving Fitness, and today we're going to discuss a couple of exercises and stretches that can really help you if you're experiencing soreness or pain in your forearms and fingers after completing a workout. So stick around and incorporate these exercises into your workout. Cue the intro. All right, the first exercise is a hand stretch. You're gonna lift your hands out, palm facing up, like you Iron Man, and you're gonna just pull that back, pull that hand back, them fingers back. And this really gets you a good stretch in your forearm. You're gonna stretch, hold for 5 seconds. Do the other side, hold for 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now side view, it'll be like this. And you should feel it right up in here. That'll really get you a really good stretch in your forearm region and loosen you up before you partake in any other exercises. The next exercise is going to be pretty much you're stretching your wrist in the opposite direction. So you're gonna drop your wrist down and you're gonna get a good stretch, and you're gonna feel this on the top of your wrist. You know what I'm saying? You just wanna get a good pull. You wanna go to the point of where you're getting a good stretch, but you don't want it to be painful. You know what I'm saying? You'll hold that for a few seconds. Do the same thing. You're straight ahead, drop down, and get a good stretch. And you'll get these, you'll feel these right up in there, and they really loosen up you in the wrist areas. Another good exercise to perform is wrist circles, and this is very good at loosening you up before you partake in these different exercises like volleyball or Muay Thai or boxing and things like that, where you putting stress and pressure on these on your wrist joints. Okay, so wrist circles, you just, a lot of people like to ball their hands. You don't really have to, but I ball my hands and then I simply just rotate. I'm going inward, outward, in a circle. And then I'll just go the other direction. Outward, in, outward, in. Whatever way you went the first time, just go the opposite direction. Those right there really get you loose and build up your flexibility in that wrist area. Now, the next exercise is gonna be good for your thumb joint, because I know when you're this next exercise is gonna be good for my volleyball players who, my setters and things like that, who put a lot of stress on those thumb areas. You wanna strengthen that muscle that connects that thumb to the forearm, and that's where a lot of people get a lot of strains and sprains from, because they don't have strong muscles right here. But I'm gonna give you an exercise that can really help you out with that. This exercise is gonna require some equipment, and things I like to suggest are, I got big hands, so this is a nice size ball, but you can use tennis balls. Maybe a tennis ball may be a little hard for people with not as strong hands, so like think about some of those stress balls. Those would be good for this exercise, but I'm using this ball. My hands are kind of big, so I can use this. But what you're gonna want to do for this exercise, you're gonna press down on the ball with this portion of your thumb, and that's really gonna help strengthen this muscle right here. And it's also good for your overall forearm development because you're gonna get a lot of pushback from these fingers as well. And it's really gonna strengthen your whole forearm. And this is a very good strengthening exercises for my volleyball players and tennis players who's constantly holding a racket and stuff like that. These are good. This is a good exercise to help strengthen those muscles. So now look, this is how we're gonna do. You're gonna take these 4 fingers under the ball and you're gonna take your thumb. You're not gonna press down like this. No, that's not what we're doing. We're taking our thumb and we're using the inner knuckle of the thumb and we're pressing down. And you can see the flexion. You can see the flexion in the hand when I'm doing it. And you can perform these, you can do these throughout the day. But I recommend doing, you know, I do 20s. So I'll do 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now watch what I'm doing. Notice I'm not using the tip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And this can really strengthen your hand muscles. So when you're setting and things like that, you have more muscle and develop more strength right there to avoid injury in the future. So the next exercise that I really want to go over that could be helpful in risk management and injury prevention for your wrist and your hands is ball squeezes. Now, different from how I was just showing you that really focuses on that thumb. With this, you're just squeezing the ball. And with this, I recommend a larger size ball. You know what I'm saying? This really just help develop your overall hand strength. And another, I don't know if you've seen those grippers. They're really good for forearm development. Like if you use your fingertips with those, you can really get a good workout for your fingers as well. But I know you know those things we're talking about. They like spring loaded. You squeeze them like this. You know what I'm saying? You get them at varying resistances. Those are very good at developing hand strength. But for me, I like to use like a medium-sized ball, and you could like get a good squeeze on it. See, with these, I'm using my fingertips. I'm using my fingertips more with this exercise, and I'm using all of my fingertips, and this really flexes that forearm and give you a nice good it's a nice strength building exercise to develop those forearm muscles and the hand in general. All right, now the last exercise that we're going to go over that's really can help you develop good forearm strength and hand strength to prevent injury, and you know, to really help prepare you in the next level in your activities. Is this exercise going to require dumbbell? You don't need 2 dumbbells, but you can. So you can use 2 dumbbells at the same time, but you know, you can use 1 if you only have 1. I'm a big guy, so I'm using a 10. I got pretty strong hands, pretty strong forearms. So with this, it's similar to the exercise we was doing with the ball. You remember with the ball, I was saying you want to use this portion of your thumb. Same thing. We're not using our fingertips. We're not holding this dumbbell with our fingertips. No, that's not what we're doing. We're using the middle portions of our fingers to hold the dumbbell like this. See how my fingertips are not even touching? Same thing, I'm gonna give you the thumb view. See my fingertip is not even touching. I'm getting the meaty part, the middle part of my hands around the knuckle area, and I'm holding like this. And this is really good for developing this muscle right here that connects the thumb to the wrist. And that's what you're working on right now, because a lot of people, they experience stress and strain in their forearm because they have weak muscles connecting their thumb and fingers to their forearm. So that's what we're working on right now. So see how I've been holding like this? This is the exercise. You know what I'm saying? You could walk around and hold it like this. See, I've held this for maybe about 15, 20 seconds, and you'll just switch over and do the same thing with the other hand. But you, like I said, make sure you're not using your fingertips on this. You're using the middle portions of your hand. So you want to grab it and with the middle portions of your fingers, and you're gonna hold it just like that. Like, you can do other exercises when you're holding it, but the key is you're working this whole entire forearm. You're getting a good strength building exercise for your entire forearm. You're gonna feel it. After you hold this for like say 10, 15 seconds, you're gonna feel it in your forearm and in your hand. And this is a good strength building exercise. But you know, with these type exercises, I wouldn't recommend doing them daily. I'm gonna demonstrate doing them with 2 hands. So pretty much I'm gonna have 2 dumbbells and you just do the same thing, but this just showing you could hold them both at the same time. And you can do other exercises, like you could go on a walk, like you could take a lap around the park or something like that, but this is all you have to do right here. Or some people like to do arm raises. Some people like to perform arm raises with these, which is okay. Really help strengthen your shoulders at the same time, but you're working on that grip and you're strengthening those finger muscles and that forearm. And like I said, I'm using 10-pound weights, but you know, for my sisters, you can use 5 pounds or 3 pounds in some cases. 8 to 10 pounds is kind of heavy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, start out with 5 pounds and adjust. Like if 5 pounds is not heavy enough for you, you're not feeling like you're getting a good workout, I suggest holding it longer and you'll get a good workout. But if you want to go up in weight, you can go to 8 pounds if that's what you have at your disposal. But yeah, that right there is a quick few workouts that can really help develop strength in your fingers and develop flexibility in your wrist to help you when you're performing athletic activities that require, you know, a lot of strain and tension on your hands and wrists. Brother Andrew, out.